Now, the Founders Day Award was created in 1976 to recognize extraordinary service to the Academy, and this award is given by the General Alumni Association after careful consideration by the Awards Committee, and this year that Awards Committee has been chaired by Mitch Bradbury from the class of 1978. Now, over the years, this award has been presented to 87 people: alumni, alumni, faculty, staff, parents, and friends. And today, we're further honored by the presence of a number of past recipients to this Founders Day Award. I'm going to ask them now to stand and us to recognize them with our applause. It's my pleasure now to introduce Mitch Bradbury, class of 1978 and president of the General Alumni Association. Mitch.
Steve Mandel, this tribute to your more than 20 years of service to the Academy is composed with the recognition that it violates two of your defining qualities: brevity and modesty. Yet it is difficult to emulate your economy of words in a manner that adequately summarizes your impact on Exeter. After all, how many of us could routinely deliver a financial report on the endowment in less than 5 minutes during a trustee meeting? You could, and did with great effect, during the 9 years you chaired the investment committee. From your first volunteer role as co-class agent in 1989 to your contributions as a trustee and an investment advisor, your service to Exeter reflects an abiding commitment to education and to hardness, a game changer, as you described, in terms of what it offers students. You first encountered hardness in 1971 after leaving your hometown of Darien, Connecticut for Exeter, the school your father, Stephen Mandell, class of 1948, knew well. You described Exeter then as a tough place where competition among peers in the classroom, on the field, or in the dormitory was the norm. You resided in Wheelwright, Dunbar, and Dow before graduating with high honors, and you credit teachers such as history instructors Albert Ganley and Jack Herney for helping you to develop communication skills pivotal to your professional development. Unsurprisingly, you don't mince words about the importance of a hardness education, asserting, "There is no substitute for critical thinking and problem solving. You only learn those things in an interactive setting where you have to defend and present your ideas. The subject isn't even important. It can be math, it can be history, it can be anything." Steve, you likely had ample opportunities to refine these skills during your undergraduate years at Dartmouth studying government, and at your time at Harvard, where you earned your MBA in 1982. And as you've indicated, such bedrock skills are essential on Wall Street. When asked to describe your investment philosophy, you characterized it as more an art than a science. One must have an aptitude for understanding not only numbers, but people, as well as organizations and incentives. You have demonstrated a mastery of both economics and human behavior, first at Goldman Sachs as a vice president who analyzed mass merchandise retailers, and then at the New York hedge fund Tiger Management Corporation, where you were a managing director and a consumer analyst. You then founded your hedge fund, Lone Pine Capital in Greenwich, Connecticut, where you also live with your wife, Susan. The growth of your firm mirrors a separate but equally impressive growth in the Academy's endowment during your tenure on the Board of Trustees. Under the stewardship of the investment committee, the team you directed with efficiency and cooperation, the endowment grew steadily and at low risk between 1999 and 2008. As a committee chair, you managed the portfolio by selecting the best money managers, not only the best funds. In total, you have dedicated 20 years to the investment committee in different roles, and the endowment's help undoubtedly correlates with your thoughtful strategy and leadership. Collaborative and democratic are two descriptors PEA colleagues have used in summarizing your qualities. Respected and credible are two more. When you spoke at meetings, everyone listened. In a handful of words, you provided resolution to an hour-long conversation. Your work ethic is equally noteworthy. During his tenure, Principal Emeritus Ty Tingley would often try to be the first person at each trustee meeting, but he rarely beat you. Already at the table, you would be poring over the Wall Street Journal stock pages, making notes with a pen. You had all of the homework, one colleague says, usually informing the rest of the group. Steve, you would no doubt demur at such praise and shrug off your other Academy volunteer roles, which have included vice chairmanship of the Exeter Initiatives campaign, and long-term engagement with your class, serving on no fewer than 5 reunion committees. You have even opened your Greenwich office to host alumni phone-a-thons for Exeter's annual fund. What is staggering to consider is that Exeter is only one of several institutions that benefit from your non-city ethos. You have served as a board member or trustee at Dartmouth College, Harvard Business School, and Teach for America. You also launched the Zoom Foundation, which supports education and environmental initiatives through philanthropic investment. And you created the Lone Pine Foundation, which empowers your employees to be charitable in the areas in which they live. The common thread that runs through everything is a desire to further educational opportunities for young people, particularly in K through 12 and in low-income areas. Education, you say, is the great equalizer in society. It is probably the single most important thing in terms of the overall health and welfare of society as a whole and the advancement of mankind broadly. This guiding truth has impacted thousands of Exonians, including 2 of your children, Kate from the class of 2003 and Tom, class of 2007, and it has surely impacted an untold number of families around the world. Steve, for your incredible service to Exeter and to the field of education, we gratefully honor you with the 2015 Founders Day Award.
So, thanks so much, Mitch. It is indeed an honor to be here today. 41 years ago, I was sitting where you were sitting, half listening to some old guy speak, waiting to take advantage of the beautiful weather during my senior spring. Well, now I am that old guy, having crossed into the 3rd phase of life, and hoping that you might more than half listen for 5 minutes. No singing, I promise. What are the 3 phases of life, perhaps? The first is when you believe in Santa Claus. The second is when you stop believing in Santa Claus. And the third is when you become Santa Claus. I wasn't sure everybody was going to get that, but anyway. Principal Hassan told me earlier that one of the special privileges afforded a Founders Day Award recipient was to be principal for a day, with all the authority that comes with that position. So with the authority now vested in me, and knowing that you already had Principal's Day, I declare this Monday another Principal's Day. Unfortunately for you, I'm just kidding. But it's not often that one gets to goof on the principal, so I'm taking full advantage. Speaking of Principal Hassan, I would like to personally thank him for all that he's done for Exeter in his many capacities over the years. He exemplifies non-civi, he has touched many, many lives, and he has made this school a better place because of it. Please join me in thanking him for all that he's done. Okay, now for the wisdom part. You will hear, and probably already have heard, many terrific speeches that will exhort you to follow your passion, to make the world a better place, to bring out the best in others, and many other noble aspirations. This will not be one of those speeches. Instead, I hope to impart to you some very brief, practical advice for the next 5 to 10 years of your lives. So here goes. Thank your parents and the many others who helped you along the way. Not only will they appreciate it, but it will make you feel good too. Thoughtfulness really counts in life. Thank your parents. Don't choose your college based on prestige alone. Do some serious homework and find out where you are likely to thrive. This means understanding yourself, too. Determine what school will work best for you, and not just one that you think will look best on a resume. Don't choose your college based on prestige alone. Social media can be dangerous. A statement made in jest can easily be misinterpreted, go viral, and forever damage you. You may have read last year about a young woman who was flying from London to Cape Town. Before she boarded her flight, she tweeted a sarcastic and inappropriate remark. Someone then retweeted her remark, and it went viral. By the time she landed, her life as she knew it was over. No job, and few prospects of another one, forever known for this one remark, shunned by her friends, a pariah. Be careful. Don't post it unless you'd be happy seeing it on the front page of the newspaper. Social media can be dangerous. Don't lie. When you screw up, own up to it. There are many examples in history, some quite recent, where public figures have tried to cover their tracks. It never works. Trust and reputation are all you have. Once you lose them, they're very hard to get back. Don't lie. Keep balance in your life. Most of you are likely to end up in very demanding academic and work settings, requiring many hours and lots of focus. Do not let work consume you. Read for pleasure. Practice non-city. Play sports. Enjoy the outdoors. Hang out with friends. Cherish and nourish those friendships. Make the effort to maintain them. Your friends will appreciate it, and you will be glad you did. You actually can do all these things and still have a fulfilling, successful professional life. In fact, it makes that outcome more likely. Keep balance in your life. Finally, stay close to this school after you graduate. It's an amazing place for the unique education it provides and for the lifelong friendships made. Stay close. In the years ahead, you'll have many things pulling at your time, but make time for this place. You will be happy that you did. Stay close to this school. Thank you very much for this honor.